All right, welcome back, everybody. Real quick, yo, how's it going? Hold on. Riddle me this, Batman, Batmen, Batwomen, Bat everybody. Why is Hades 2 on sale right now? Hades 2 is on sale on Steam for $24. Its typical price is like at 30, and I don't really see this game on sale, obviously because it's pretty new. But they decided to put it on sale for $24 when the game's coming out physically the day that this deal goes. I hate it here. Because as much as I love like my physical games, I also love a decent deal. The problem is that like when you get the physical for Switch 2, it's like $50. That's the problem. Here, let me just go ahead and go live on all the other platforms. We're live right now on YouTube and Twitch, and I will go live over on TikTok side in 3, 2. Why is it loading so slow? Here we go. There you go. Okay, sorry y'all. Welcome back to that. So, what's going on? What's going on? So, Ibrahim, real quick. There's that image in my head that always makes me laugh for no reason. It's all in one scene, in particular in Smiling Friends, and I knew immediately what you wanted to talk about. It's the rotoscope where it's like, Tim, bro, I knew I liked you. Come here. Oh no, thanks, boss. That was really nice. Yeah, because you're right. It's like the way they animate. It's super snappy with like a lot of the movements, and that's just how they do it. That's their style. So. When they start incorporating rotoscoping, it was cursed, but it was also like a brilliant thing that they incorporated. Having said that though, I personally cannot really watch Smiling Friends that much because, at least rather, I never really got accustomed to it because I feel like some of the bit of that show is a little too dark for me, which is saying a lot, right? The guy who loves ReZero, for how like dark it can be, but yeah, I don't know, it's weird. But are we doing some ZA stuff in here? Yes, we are. Sorry y'all, I just want to do like a quick introduction. That's from, oh, I love the username, from Starboy. I get it, I get the reference. But yeah, so to kind of get everyone acclimated, we are doing or introductions, we are doing shiny hunting. For the first time, actually, me actively doing some shiny hunting instead of just like, oh, I just happened to come across a Lucario like this one in this very area. It was crazy. So, but here's the kicker. Can we get a shiny to show up on stream? Like this stream in particular. For like maybe about an hour. Because that's probably as long as I can actually like stream for tonight. Possibly. What's going on, Starboy? Not my favorite Pokemon game, but I definitely been enjoying it. I can feel that. I'm not sure if, could I say this? I don't know if I can say this is my favorite Pokemon game, but it's kind of high up there as far as like games I've like really enjoyed from like the series. There's probably some stuff that I really enjoy, but I definitely love freedom in just like what I can do. And though this is kind of like a good marriage between Legends and also, I guess, the formula of just like standard Pokemon games, where I feel like Legends Arceus was definitely more experimental. And I loved it for it. Still do. But yeah, sorry y'all. Now I just gotta figure out what should we try to tackle, because obviously I'm setting up this little challenge for me to see if I can even like get some encounters to go, because typically, you know, back to Scarlet and Violet days, it really was like the Pokemon sandwiches and everything, and that worked pretty well, you know. Shiny hunting's fun. If you want shiny on stream, you could do the Zone 3 thing. Arceus is my favorite game for sure. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Zone 3 Oh, thank you, Starboy. Okay, so Zone 3, I am very familiar with this one, and honestly, if I wanted to make the challenge like a little easier for myself as far as like the quickness of it, it'd probably have to be doing that. So let's do it. Could you imagine if that was just the shiny right there? Anyway, let's do it. So for the entirety of the stream until we hear something, hopefully, we'll hear something. Maybe. Or we can just set a timer and just like look outward and see. So let's see. What's it, 8:35 right now? Let's wait until like, let's do this until 9. Or until I hear something, you know? The sandwiches were kind of fun though. I low-key kind of like doing the sandwich stacking. And then, I guess the only thing I didn't like was the fact that I couldn't quite tell some of these shinies from each other if it wasn't too, like, distinct. I think people were talking about the fact that Slowpoke is kind of harder to discern in Scarlet and Violet because of how they deal with the art style. But here it's, like, a lot easier. Also, what's going on? You can run into the zone a bit. Pretty good luck that way. I guess so. Well, let's start with you know, some for like baby steps here, especially for me, actually actively shiny hunting. Because here and there I've just been kind of like, I mean, I guess you could define shiny hunting as like being intentional with like just spawning into yourself somewhere. I spawn, or at least I fast travel to zone 20 a lot, so that just kind of like makes sense for that to just happen. And I'll just kind of re-roll it here and there just to see like what other new alphas in the center would be, and so I guess theoretically I am participating in that. But it'll be kind of the first time I'll be doing it with like a shiny charm, you know? That shiny charm bit was exhausting. Oh, Mystery, hello. How's it going? I do appreciate like the passiveness of this. If we wanted to strike up a conversation, it'll be a lot easier for me to focus on that. But yeah, no, it's been a pretty chill Thursday. I know some of y'all are pretty new. I wanted to give an update as to what's going on with my eye situation. The TLDR for everyone who's like new is that I got this thing called central serous. It's fluid that builds up underneath the retina inside my left eye. It's been a good couple weeks just kind of like dealing with that, especially when it came to the actual like arrangement of seeing a specialist for it. But the TLDR of that is that we've been taking care of it, good job and everything. But this past week, starting like today and yesterday, I started to see like a shadow like casting over my left eye, and that's an indicator of it. So did I relapse back is the question. Possibly because of the fact that I had like one thing of like Thai tea. Coffee and stress primarily are what causes central serous to actually appear. So coffee, which could kind of like lead to some stressful situations, and it kind of did. So yeah, no, I just gotta be careful. But I can still relatively see with my left eye. It's one of those things where I noticed it when I was driving to pick up like my medication. I was like, something's off. Something's off. Like I can see everything just fine, but like there's something weird. And so I tested it. I was like, oh yeah, I got like a little shadow cast going on here. So all's good. So long as I just make sure I don't drink any caffeine going forward. And I just maintain the medication, we should be alright. But yeah, thank you, Starboy. I didn't mean to like get everyone to like rally behind me like all of a sudden. It was just one of those things where like, hey, I kind of noticed it with y'all, and I've been kind of transparent about it, so just want to give you guys an update. Having said that though, if you don't really get diagnosed with this, or you just kind of leave it alone for a while and it doesn't improve, you could have, you know, you could go blind. It's just a step further down from, you know, having, what was it, full retina detachment. But essentially, the cure for it is to simply just to drain out the fluid underneath the retina, which is achieved by two things: taking medication, aka eye drops, particular eye drops, and maybe some other diuretics, essentially to pee it out. Or, you know, you take a syringe. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I don't want to. I'll be seeing them in January, so we'll see how that plays out. I'll do my best, but obviously, one of the biggest things I should also contribute to, like, make myself better, not just caffeine intake, but also, oh, Fire Sprite, thank you. But also to, you know, did I already say medication? But also not to have caffeine. It's kind of rough, though, because I low-key do like coffee. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't really like coffee just like straight black. It's just like, I can adapt to that. I'd rather not. I'd rather have it like sweetened a little bit, but yeah, no. As much as I like that. And I guess Thai tea as well. That was the hardest thing for me to do. My birthday was earlier this month, and Dutch Bros, as well as Starbucks, but I couldn't do Starbucks because they actually ask you to be ordering consistently. But with Dutch Bros, it was like, oh, hey, redeem yourself like a free drink on us. I was like, ah, sweet. I had to start swiping, like, okay, what doesn't have like caffeine in it? It came down to like hot cocoa stuff. So, okay, not bad. When you have you checked the last man? Last time I was checked, if you were asking about the specialist, was it was actually on my birthday. It was November 3rd, and it just so happened to line up like that. It's like, oh, we got an opening on November 3rd, like early in the morning. It's like, well, I guess, you know, I can wake up to some good news, or I can wake up to a syringe in my eye. So. Doc, you just tell me what I need to do. So it came back positive as far as like good news. So it's been a couple weeks now. I've just been like on the medication. So it's like, okay. Essentially what happened was that if I can like illustrate this with everybody. Oh god, that thing's still like, ooh. So essentially, this is what it was like previously. Imagine like this is tissue, this is the retina right here. So imagine it like that, as far as like how much it was giving. It needs to be like this. And like a good 2 weeks later, after being diagnosed and taking meds, it was like down to here, and you see a little bit of gap there. So good, right? So hopefully, it was like a temporary thing. Hopefully. Also, what's going on? Sorry. As I still do this thing here. If you do it during the rain, a Goomy spawns on the roof near the market. Oh, really? Okay, okay. Oh! Wait. Okay. Time. I think we started this at like 35. I was like, brother, was that like 6 minutes? That's crazy, dude. Granted, I now have the shiny charm, so like, there you go. Actually, I was gonna say, which one should I use? Hold on. I kind of want to know exactly what the colors for Litleo will be like when it evolves, if I want to just like bring it on. Does it say like kind of like that golden palette? Because don't worry, I'm way ahead of you. I just got that clip going. Let me see. Although if anyone else wants to, feel free and clip that. That's also something I love as well. Okay. And then, I think that's... Oh, it kind of retains that color. Okay. I guess repeat ball is totally fine on that. I kind of like the level ball idea. But I only have the one, so it's like... It's kind of rough. I can also just go with Premier Ball. That also works too. The shiny female, huh? What does the shiny female look like? It's exactly the same color. Okay. You know what? Sure. Very nice, very nice. Nice. Oh, we have another one. Here. Also, those are all the standard shinies I've gotten, including the mission-based one. So there's that. I don't want to really bring them over to the party in case I want to just like level them up at some point. So let me just do that real quick. Just muted coloration. Ah, fair. Okay, let me see if I can find this other one. Oh, it's that one. You know, I kind of don't really know which colors I want to go for, so let's just go with the Premier Ball. Of course, you would turn around. Hopefully, that won't matter. Thank you. Oh, what? Oh, it's an Alpha Skiddo over there. Very nice, though. Excuse me? Wow, this shiny hunting method works. I don't know exactly what was shiny about it, but I'm grateful. Okay, let me bring you guys over here. Actually, where did... Oh, it's right here. I'll probably need more boxes for shinies. Dude, I promise you I can't even tell. I can't even tell here. Is that a... No, it's just a regular Esper. I guess I would hear it at this point. Especially if it was over on Pikachu's side. Okay. I got no qualms about that. Shall we just... I guess we'll keep going. Blue eyes? Shoot. Not the Blue Eyes White Dragon reference that I just pulled out of my... Man, dude, that was crazy. I guess we'll just keep at it. Maybe we'll get some dupes. Maybe we can trade some out. That'd be kind of cool. I still really want to like incorporate Pokemon as kind of like a communal thing on streams. So right now, oh, Spirit, I'm just using the stare method with the Shiny Charm in tow, so it should increase our odds quite a bit. But also with the refresh method, just constantly cycling through like a whole catchment sort of Pokemon. Hold on, and then apparently there's possible ones like over there at the ceiling. Yeah, like that one right there. Okay. Of course, yeah, it would be kind of cool to get like a potential shiny Goomy, but I guess we'll have to see. I'll have to remind myself to do this in the rain or something like that. All right, so I guess we will wait until like 9 at this point. That was so fast, guys. How many minutes? Like, since I proclaimed it, it was like 6 minutes past, and I decided to loop this for like that duration. Man, I can only imagine like how long it took me to just encounter my first shiny just out there, and it wasn't the Mareep. It was like it was the Patrat that you guys saw on in the boxes. I was super happy about the Lucario one though. I was like, oh shoot, like I could actually use you. I guess you could also say I could probably use that Kakuna, evolve to a Beedrill, and just like be nothing but like attack and speed in the ranks. But yeah, if we do this for 10 minutes, then we should probably like start stacking them up here. Going for Staryu. Run through Zone 2 at night probably 200 times. No dice so far. Nice. Staryu, yeah, you're saying Zone 2. I have to, let me just double check like what that method involves there. Oh, you're right, it does spawn over here. Oh, that's rough. There's so many other Pokemon just kind of like, just chilling over there. Man, dude, people really could just like rubber band this and just leave it overnight. Now, granted, at a certain point, you'll just have like nothing but the Pokemon in this area. And maybe like outside of it, so yeah. In my Pokemon home, I'm only missing like 4 shinies in the shiny living dex. Oh, crazy, dude. Alright. Okay, okay. What are we shining for? We are shiny hunting literally anything. But Desert, welcome back. Honestly, yeah, I just kind of wanted to do shiny hunting in this game. I mean, I think people who like jump into like the older games to do shiny hunting are like absolutely like bred differently. You know, the farthest I've like gone is like doing shiny Turtwig and Pokemon Pokemon Shining Pearl in my case. That, dude, how many resets was that? I think I was really I was near the cap of like the actual spawn rate of like a shiny, which is like 1 in 4,094 or something like that. And I think I was like 4,020 something. And I was like, brother, how do people do this? That took you forever. Yeah, crazy. Buck, how's it going? Hello. Yeah, dude. To kind of give you guys like an idea of like how long that took, that game came out in like November, and I named my shiny Turtwig after like the month I caught it, April. I was like, oh yeah. Thanks for that, man. Old shiny hunting is brutal. I've seen exactly 1 random Wooper shiny ever. Oh shoot, I'm trying to remember. You know what? I had 1 crazy shiny encounter. It was like a wish cache in Pokemon Pearl, like OG Pearl. And I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was like it just spawned randomly in a cave. It was the weirdest thing, and I was like, oh my god. The craziest thing is like back then, and to some cases now, you can really just go through like the entire game without ever encountering a shiny. For some folks, and it's just normal. But it's like, you know, when you see the shiny Gyarados for the first time, you're like, oh, that's different. Of course, for me, I never really like translated that as like, oh, there's other different colored Pokemon out there. So believe it or not, I guess I've never seen like a shiny like Pokemon in like Pokemon Silver, in my case. Maybe I should change that. That sounds like torture. But there was also like, I think there was a different method back then too that increases your odds there too. I think it was just like, I think it had to do something with breeding, I'm sure. shiny oddish for me. And when like Horde mode was introduced. Oh really? Oh yeah, dude. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, when it was like calling for help, dude, I hated that. Mainly because I wasn't shiny hunting. I was just trying to end the battle, and I always kept like knocking out the wrong Pokemon to go for this. Ashley, how's it going? What was it? The Medusa method? Is that what it was called? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no. That'd be kind of an interesting challenge to do that. I have Pokemon Crystal loaded up on my 3DS before like shops had closed down, so it's like maybe I could do something like that. And then would it be crazy if I get like transferred all the way over? I mean, if services are still open on that. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna keep looping this for like 5 more minutes, and then we'll see like the results. Masuda method. Okay, okay. Oh, I think I just saw something. You know what? Let me just get back to that later. The wind is now following on TikTok. I was gonna say the wind. It's speaking to us. What was it saying? I don't know. I don't speak wind. Oh, okay, so Masuda is it's using Pokemon from different world regions of breed. So like the German Ditto with like an English like Pokemon can like increase the shiny breed odds, which is still a thing. Just still a thing. I just didn't remember exactly. I think I think it was a thing where like in the older Pokemon games, like especially like 2nd generation, I believe that method was like actually much more broken than how it is now. Very helpful fellow, Japanese Ditto named Masuda. Speaking of Dittos, actually, has anyone checked out the latest like trailers? It's really just one trailer of Pokemon Pokopia today. I don't know how I feel about that one. I think it's nice and cozy for sure. It just feels weird that it feels like a little closely tied to like whatchamacallit, Animal Crossing as far as like release date, because it's kind of like in March, which kind of gives me like COVID Animal Crossing vibes. But also Animal Crossing, the Switch 2 edition comes out in January. So it's like, do you think it's gonna hold up to that, you know? I don't know. See, this is what I like about this method. I can actually just like, actually really think about like, like discourse here. And also bring up other topics too. It seems like a strange concept for Pokemon to me, but the Mario Galaxy movie looks awesome. It does look really good. Oh yeah, that does look really good. I mean, I didn't knock Illumination for like whatever they do. Like everything I watch from them is like really good. So as far as like just the pure quality of like the animation and just like the visual stuff, really like that. But otherwise, yeah, no. I guess my only comment aside from like that trailer looks really good, and I'm looking forward to when it comes out in like what, April, is that they actually had the green light Bowser's paintings. That was a funny bit. And hey, listen, it wasn't like, it was actually pretty good. How many minutes? 2 more minutes? 2 more minutes and we'll just double check on things here. I'm glad I have so many like Premier Balls in stock. I just kind of had them after just buying like groups of 10s for like all the Pokeballs I use. Although I would like to go with like themes and everything at some point. 1 minute. And then we'll see what else we can do. Clearly we just, I was gonna say like, I thought it was gonna be like much more of a challenge, to be honest, as far as, can we get, a shiny Pokemon to spawn during stream, and well, we cleared that, so I guess it's just kind of like up in the air as far as like what else we want to do. It would be cool to get a shiny starter though. Kind of want that. But probably not the Chespin. I'm not gonna lie, probably not Chespin. Yeah, I think Chespin is gonna be the hardest one out of all the starters to try to like shiny hunt for. The easiest one probably being, well, I mean it's kind of tied between like Froakie and like Fennekin there. And then at that point, we can talk about like Zone 20 ones. Okay. Let's see the results. Actually, you know what? No need to really save. Let's just see. Nothing here. I guess not. Not you. The alphas kind of stick around, don't they? Ancham's the same. I should probably also look over there. I'll do that in a little bit. Pikachu seems to be okay. Is that an alpha? That's funny. That's one. Oh! Hey! Nice. We got one! I was gonna say, I'll just Premier Ball it. That's a nice color for it. Actually, you know what? Here. Just so it, like, chronologically, like, places itself. Actually, which one is it? It's a male one. Okay. I think that's it. Over here, anyway. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and check over there. Okay, definitely not you over here. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. That was TikTok telling me, like, oh, hey, we got disconnected. Help! Oh, we got one to spawn. But where exactly is the question? I don't think it's any of these ones. No. So it must be down. Wait, what? Wait, what? It just shined again. What was that? Brother? It's not the Hawlucha, is it? No, it's not. Of course not. It must be closer. If I'm hearing it like a second time. Oh, it's that one. I would not have even noticed. Okay. I did save, so we should be alright. Okay, never mind. Oh, I see. Don't worry, guys. I saved beforehand, so even if I knock this one out and I fail to do the catch, it should be alright. Cool. I didn't know, like, it's only the body that would change. But we can definitely check, like, below and see. There is, like, a Swirlix right there. Ah! Wait a minute. Was it one of the birds? I can still reload the save, but, like, I guess it was that. Crazy. And it just happened. It just happened. Oh, book, thank you. Bookworm. Oh yeah, but thank you, Nevin. I'm trying to get Patrat. My luck has just been so bad. That's a crazy thing to say. Oh. Oh, it saved me actually at this point when I caught it. Not bad, not bad. And, you know, I could always just double check. Wrong thing. Yep, alright. So in that case, let's try to... Let's try not to, like, fall right close to the tent. It's that one. Okay. Holy crap, how many shines have we gotten? We can definitely review it. Very nice. I do like the shiny for Talonflame, but yeah, so this is kind of the haul so far. There's the one that's just the obligatory like shiny side quest, so that's a given. I did get the Pat Rat when I was doing my initial like run of the different colorful screws. This one was random as hell. I just walked out of like the one of the corners where it was like the shopping area, and I just saw it right in front of me, and I was scared because it's one of the fling Pokemon, so I just froze there. But I caught it. And then this one was another one where I was looking for colorful screws. Surprise, surprise. And so, yeah, other than that, Lucario, that was a random one in Zone 20. So, nice. But otherwise, this is what we gotten so far. Just a lot in the course of, like, 30 minutes. I have an extra Pat Rat if you want. I can trade it for some Junkmon you have. Also, sorry, Ashley. Were you spamming help for like trade evos? And hopefully not for too long. My bad. Yeah, did you need some help with some of that? I mean, I guess you did just cry out for help for that. We could totally do something. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I'm ahead of schedule now. Okay, I was gonna say, let's not warp anywhere. We just be very careful about like how I'm moving. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh yeah, but yo, Workworm, I enjoyed the concept of Arceus as like a slow burn game to just chip away at. I wasn't crazy about it, but like I'm a lifelong fan of the franchise. Do you think the game is worth a buy? Arceus? Honestly, yeah. But I have to kind of go with like my bias things, which is like, as someone who kind of likes a semi like open world / sandbox game, that it's big for me. And you can argue that, you know, Pokemon games are kind of like open zone type stuff. It didn't really have that level of appeal as like a game kind of like this is, where you have like free movement of the axis and going up different levels. I like the engagement with the Pokemon. I think they've been doing it better these days, but I just like the idea of just like having much more of a stronger like connection with your Pokemon just by having them out and about and helping you out here and there. Also, apologies, I was just trying to see if there was anything else here. I might also have to check around. You know what? Does anyone know the exact spawn range for like Pokemon in general? I think it's like, I mean, I think it might be like 50. So thanks. Yeah, no problem. Like, first, I haven't even like actually started listing these off. Art style, I think it's fantastic. I never even considered the Pidgey would be a shiny too. It is playing similar to this, but I think Arceus is a lot more freeform in your movement. Like once you get some of the abilities, you'll start noticing like, oh hey, this is different. Oh, I'm moving different. I think there's a lot more interactions with Pokemon too. Like in this game, you don't really get to do that type of thing, but you can literally like swap between throwing balls just like this or just throwing out your Pokemon, and that's supposed to help you like farm for materials. But what you could do also is just literally have like your Pokemon interact with each other, In fact, all of them interact with each other by just simply throwing like different party members at one particular Pokemon. And I love that. Again, that's not actually present in like this game. You can have interactions as far as just like sitting at a bench, but that's kind of the furthest extent. Yeah, Arceus is my favorite in like the whole series book. Experience. It's it's an experience. I have Arceus, and it was asking about like the game you're playing, but your advice like applies to both. I was most interested in like the Pokemon research aspect. Is that present in this game? Yes and no. It's definitely a lot more like of a different application. In Arceus, you end up having these research things which relies on you to catch the same Pokemon over and over again, which is kind of like this one. But the difference here is that... What is it? You know, I feel like I want to do another round of... Yeah, I'll do another round of this. Give it 15 minutes. Here we go. Yeah, so there's research tasks for both. In this one, it's a little bit more forgiving in most areas as far as I guess the variety. When you do research task over in Legends Arceus, it's like specific to each Pokemon, and they have like research levels to each of them. So when you end up having, what you end up having is just having to fill it out for like, or rather, I guess it encourages you to use one specific type of like Pokemon. And in this game, it's like not Pokemon specific. So if you don't really like spending time with one specific Pokemon that you don't really care for, then, you know, I think Legends ZA is a little more forgiving on that one. The only problem is that with the research methods over there in Arceus, they don't really outline exactly what the rewards will be. I don't believe so, or rather, you don't know if there is a reward for just doing complete registrations of like the that Pokedex. Whereas like you only need like, I think, research rank 10, and then you'll be able to fulfill the requirements for like a shiny Charmander. I think that's kind of the end all be all, and if you do perfect that like Pokedex for everything, that's great, but you don't really get a reward for it. So it's like, yeah. But yeah, sorry, Ashley. What is trade code for just like trade evos? Oh, actually, if it's just like using those specific codes, there is a free resource out there. Austin John Plays has like this nice little trade evolution type of thing. You know what? I know I offered to do like trading with you, but like if you really want something that's like really fast, and you want the results like no matter what, then I would actually advise doing that too. I mean, hell, I can give you like the code like numbers for it too. Legends ZA. Let's say Austin John Plays, and let me just look at like images like over on Google Side and see. Yep. Anonymous gifted. Oh, Starboy was a sub. Hey, that's kind of nice. That's pretty nice. But yeah, so research system is like more generalized as to reduce like redundant grinding in the sequel. Yeah, bro, I mean, pretty much. So, real quick, Ashley, just asking you over there, over on the the red platform. Which Pokemon are you trying to like evolve? Is it everybody? Because we got the whole list right here too. I'd have to start like searching for mine, to be honest. Kadabra and Haunter. Okay. That's actually really easy. So, what you can do, you can actually type in the following code, and it's actually just the registered Pokedex number for like this Pokemon. And I think it's just kind of like a universal, like, understood thing that everyone knows. So, the trade code for that one is 0063 and 00063. Sorry, that's for Kadabra. And I can give you like the Haunter one real quick. But if you want to test that one out like right now, just randomly on a link code, I think it's actually like really helpful for someone like who may not have like someone like readily available. Make sure Ashley knows for the research, it has to evolve on her side. Oh, yeah, with Starboard. I think that's for the best too. To use like the trade codes like offered up by Austin John Plays. I'm looking at it right now, so I could just read out the code to you. Because I'd be willing to do it too. But I was like, oh wait, I already did that, right? And Starboy makes a good like point that like, hey, if I trade my like Alakazam over to you, you get the registration for it, but it's like, oh, the trade Evo thing doesn't like go through. So that's a good point. Also, what? I forgot how like when I actually started this. What's the expected outcome of the resetting here? So essentially, all the Pokemon here will spawn and despawn whenever I go up the stairs. Within this radius of like, can we say 50 meters? Any Pokemon within 50 meters should have a chance of becoming shiny. As we saw with the Litleo over here. And other Pokemon like in the general vicinity. This is kind of like one of the earlier discoveries for shiny hunting, where essentially what everyone figured out was that transitioning from like the different areas, whether it be like fast traveling, or in this case transitioning from like downstairs to upstairs, will reset every Pokemon like within like a certain radius that would otherwise appear. I think I heard a shiny. It'll still be there. Yeah, you just heard that? Okay. So that means it's working. You missed the shine. Don't worry. It's auto-saved, so I can still kind of do this, but just double checking with Ashley. Is everything good? Did it work out? Okay. I'm willing to entertain this. Let's see. I think it's in this area. If I'm hearing it this close. Oh, it's another Skiddo. Okay. I missed two. Alright, nice. If there's another one out there, I mean, I'm not opposed. Okay, I was gonna say don't. Definitely not that one. Hey, relax. I'm trying to see if there's any other shinies. Get everyone aggravated here. Oh, there is one. Okay, let's do this. Cool. I'm going back upstairs. Actually, kind of curious. Oh damn! Oh right, because this is the alpha. That makes sense. Why it has perfect IVs on that? Oh shoot, 2 perfects over there. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, this is a good indication that being a shiny doesn't naturally mean that you're gonna have perfect IVs. It just kind of happens, unless it's an alpha. All right, back to it. So Ashley, I guess this means that like I ain't. Is this like a declaration? Like I ain't gonna do this code for code trading thing. I need to trade with you, the streamer. It's like, oh, I see. Well, I appreciate that. In which case, Maybe give me another one. Give me a little bit of time here. I know I just caught a couple more, and I was like, I'm starting to get addicted to it. Let me see what else it says here. Pokemon listed above evolved forms can be found in the wild, like, readily. The Pokemon listed below cannot. Alright, so he's talking about like Spirit Seed, Swirlix, Slowpoke, Scyther, and Onyx, which all require hold items, excuse me. I think, yeah, I didn't, like, for one of my first streams just playing Pokemon Legends ZA, like, I think I went through these codes, and it was like really easy. But I just like had a Kadabra like set up, and I let up, or at least I placed in the code 00630063, and then, yeah, I guess everyone knows. Like, oh yeah, you're trading for Kadabra, right? Here we go. The only downside is that if you're trading with a stranger, there's no guarantee that they will like trade the Pokemon back. So, not really guaranteed. Like, I think 2 or 3 of those Pokemon that I traded out there actually got returned back to me. And I was on the other end just being like, hey, I'll give it back to you. But it depends on the person, you know? I was also gonna ask like a while back about like how the audio balancing is for everybody. Looks like everything's okay considering that you guys heard like the shiny pop twice. Yeah, I only heard it the one time. I might actually like need to lower like the volume of the music then on my end. You guys are okay. Actually, you know what? I apologize, because I realized, like, oh wait, no, TikTok is the only one that actually follows the exact same audio levels as I do for just monitoring, so I can't change it. I mean, I could. Technically, I could. But I don't want to be that type of person right now. Oh, I forgot to check the rooftops over on my left, or sorry, right. I'll check that out. Apparently I can go as far out as like the whatchamacallit. Sorry for losing my train of thought here. I can go as far as the market there, so that's not bad. I just have to be. Audio sounds perfect. You're good. Thank you. I pride myself with the audio levels. I'll give this, I was gonna say, how long do I want to keep on doing this one right now? Well, the nice thing about this is the fact that I spend less time like going in between like times a day, except for going out and actually going for those shinies that I know are there. That was crazy though. How quickly like shinies are just going to spawn. This is like the fastest I've ever like seen it. For me. And then, well, I mean, yeah, it is the fastest. The second fastest is probably like, I guess it'd really be like the sandwiches in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But, you know, I haven't really done like a lot of active shiny hunting aside from Scarlet and Violet, so. Yeah, give me like 2 minutes and we'll see what the damage is outside here. One last thing, Ashley, about the trade stuff. If we're doing it based on, like, my platform, then we have to make our own code. Which, I mean, will probably work most of the time, but just, like, I have to go find the Pokemon, too. Thankfully, I know a couple of locations for them. Actually, no, I actually know all the locations for them. I had to double check that. I was like, oh, as far as like the regular trades, that's pretty easy. So not bad. Especially one Kadabra. One more minute, everybody. This might be driving people crazy of like often this is happening. Or at least how often I'm just doing this method instead of trying something else. Okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's one. This guy's know where it's at. None of y'all, huh? Is it one of the Flabébés? Or is it not? How did you? Okay, hold on. Let's not have this. Okay. Any one of y'all? Maybe it was over here. Oh, I think I just saw it. Never mind, it's just the Pokeball. Oh, well, there we go. Time has passed. Although I think that, I forget if that interrupts things. Yeah, if I missed out on the shiny over here, then that's my bad then. For not being prepared. For doing this like at sunset. Because I believe like one of the factors that can cause you to lose your shiny is actually the passage of time. Not necessarily like just... Well. Oh, there's the shiny right there. So maybe I have nothing to worry about. If that's the case, then I will go ahead and check other places too. Let me just check the espers over here too. The alpha. Really no other espers here? Huh. I think that's all of them. I don't hear any other like alphas popping up. So, or shinies. Okay, let's go. Let's oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's not ideal. But I won't be mad about it. Let's just be very cautious about this then. Because if a shiny is to show up, rather not have like random like fights get in the way of it. Although I think most Pokemon will just kind of like get away from all this too, so. Yeah, like I don't see any over here. If I roll down here, I'll probably encounter another trainer, but you know. Just want to see if anyone's here. Yeah, no, okay. Maybe over here too. Although I just realized that, oh yeah, by like spawning myself back into something, I have to be careful about it. Shiny should still be around if it is. Definitely not you. Took that realm of possibility out there. You have to watch out for like any fleeing like Pidgeys and whatnot. Not you. Huh. I imagine those guys being over there too. Pidgeys are okay. Not the Bellsprouts. And Pidgeotto is good. Alright. I guess it's time for me to do stuff here. Here, quick check. Ashley, are you still there? And do you want to still do the trade, like, personally with me? Just double checking. Didn't want to leave you out there in case you didn't want to do that. Because I was definitely debating doing that, but, like, I made sure that the Pokemon I traded in were ones I didn't really care too much about. Except for Slurpuff. Slurpuff was kind of important because that was like a 5 IV perfect one I just found as an alpha. It was like... Or no, it wasn't that. It was Spritzy. It was Aromatisse. That was like a 5 perfect. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. I don't think I'll use it, but like, it's kind of cool to have. And no, they gave it back. I was like, crazy. Yeah, going once, going twice. If you say yes, then I will go ahead and pretty much stop everything just to help out with the trades. Because we definitely have gotten like quite a collection going on now. I guess now I should probably consider Area 20, which is kind of what I wanted to do. When can we trade? Okay. Alright, we can trade as soon as I get myself a Kadabra, because I think we need to actually make that an established thing. In fact, if it isn't part of my living dex, let me just double check. Searching, I do have one. Oh, is one of them alpha? No, I guess not. Okay. I don't know why I had just like a couple spare Kadabras. Let me just pick this one then, in box 20. All right, y'all. Let's let me just transition over to doing a link trade. All right, so the code that I will give out to try to not make it too redundant and like matching anybody else. We'll start with 0063, and I'll just go with 1245. So Ashley, if you can like put that number down, then we can just like do a one-on-one like trade in. It should be good. So this is what I was talking about as far as like trading with like randoms. You can actually just like link it up based on like the ID of the Pokemon, and people just know. I will go through my own personal like two-factor authentication for you just to make sure it's you. And when I mean my two-factor, I literally will just ask, is this you? No sir, that is not me. Damn it. Also, is it like 9:32? That's crazy, dude. No one could be found. Are you okay? We'll just wait on your go. Okay. I can't do far away. Do not have Switch Online. Oh, then this just can't work. I'm sorry, bro. That just like I didn't know that was the situation they had. So yeah, no. In order to trade with people online, this is for everybody to know. You do need Nintendo Switch Online. That's the unfortunate part of like the whole ecosystem, like of Nintendo and other like third parties. Like, if this was like hypothetically like a PC game and all you needed was like just straight up internet, then you're good. But you need to actually be part of like their subscription stuff to make that work. Otherwise, it has to be like maybe like nearby local multiplayer. I think that's okay in that situation. That's rough. Sorry to hear about that. Okay, hold on, I can remove that pin now. What time is it, by the way? It's 35. Oh god, I don't have a lot of time. I do not have a lot of time. All right, let's shift gears, everybody. Let's try to do some shiny hunting over in Zone 20. Starting with these guys. I've done the method of just trying to like get more than just 2 alphas to appear at once. I think it'd be a lot faster if I just did this bit. Well, I guess the only problem is that like aggro Pokemon do slow this down a little bit. So essentially, it'd be cool to get like the shiny starters, which would be Squirtle, Totodile, Chikorita, and Bulbasaur. But it'd also be kind of cool to see if like any shiny alphas can like spawn out of this. The highest number, from what I understand, is like 6 alphas that you can like kind of spawn in with like some exploits, but I was only able to do 4. It was a pain, dude. Like, those Pokemon would not follow you like all the way to like the gate. That's the best outcome, is just to like run straight into it. More Squirtles. But they're aggressive Squirtles, so watch out. Well, I guess it's better that than them playing, like, running away. Wait, hold on, who? Oh, is it you? No, it's Roserade. Roserade, why? I don't want to do the bench method, though. Although... I guess whatever works. I guess, the bench method is a little bit easier with AFK if you program things right. And you can bypass, like, the aggro doing that. I just find it maybe a little faster just to reload this instead of just waiting the whole, like, day and night cycle. Oh, jeez. Aggressive Pokemon everywhere. I do love the Kangaskhan, like, mini guy also has red eyes. Let's see, could there possibly be a shiny over here too? Maybe. Totodile. Another Totodile. Very nice. Oh, I will say it is nice if you are one to rely on trade evolutions, or rather just your Pokedex. You can get some trade evos from here. That being like Machamp and like Alakazam. I've seen those two. Oh yeah, Gengar as well. Also, you can get Gengar as well from like one side quest. There's like 2 of them. I caught both. I was like, oh, that's actually kind of nice. Actually, I'm curious. Hold on. Let me do like a quick search on Gengar, actually. Here we go. There's one over here. There's one over here, and there's one over here. Well, which one are these? It's the repeat ball. That's what. This one only had one perfect IV on it. So, this one as well. So I think this other one is like an alpha? Maybe? Yeah, it was. Yeah, the ones that are just like in the apartment don't really have any like EVs like assigned to them. Funny thing is though, Carbink, the one with the Diancie like EX mission, actually do have perfect IVs. Funny enough. Okay, nothing here. Nothing I could actually hear or anything. Dawn is approaching. Nothing here. Definitely a lot faster when I was just doing the stairs. Oh, there's a Clefable there too. No, it's bad. Actually, I'm gonna pick this up. Nice little detour. Oh, is this? Oh, there's a Squirtle right there. Huh. I don't think I've really seen them like go out that far. Ooh, alphas over here. More alphas. Oh god, the Gardevoir. No, no, no. Wait. Alright, yeah. Running close to my time. Once the clock strikes at 10, then I gotta pack it up. I'm trying to do good on sleep. Because historically I've been really terrible at it. Averaging about like 6 to 5 hours. So at the most I would get 6 hours. Not a good image. Especially when the reward for that, the punishment is just getting like these dark circles on your eyes. I figured as well that like it's better for like my left eye, especially the one that has like the fluid underneath. I'm trying to think of like other ways of like how I could possibly get. Also, EV evolutions are here too. And how just to better it, and it's like, you know what? Sleep is important. I've just been really terrible because of the fact that that's something that only I can control. But unlike, you know, medication where you could just dump a pill into your gullet, the motions of like falling asleep and also just like getting to bed as well, it's kind of difficult. Also, Bookworm, good night. Great stream. We'll be back. I appreciate that. But also, take care. Not when this banger's playing. Can we use the same code on nearby trade just to try? Interesting question, Ashley. I think what ends up happening is that if you try to do that, if you do like a link trade nearby, and we are not nearby, using local communication. So, oh, so you do like codes like that, right? And you just try to see if you can like find local partners. So that's how you do it, especially like in a group setting. But this is assuming that everyone here is, I mean, like we're talking about like same room type of like distance, you know? Oh, jeez. That thing is like right there. I just got to Mega Absol. Nice, nice. I know that one. I like that little bit of the story of having Absol are your party. Okay, I'm not hearing anything on that one. Do the Chikorita over there. You don't spawn a lot. Just got Mega Evolution. It's pretty sick. I guess that, yeah, that would have been the case of like getting that unlocked early on. Oh my god, I was trying to avoid attention. Oh, there's the Gengar, by the way. Squirtle, leave me alone! Brother. Ah! There's Dragonite over there too. Pretty nice selection. Oh, brother. Okay, let's oh god, more alphas of Dragology. Is that how I'm pronouncing? Oh, Metagross is here too. Not bad if you want to do competitive anti-Xerneas. Sorry. I couldn't even finish that sentence because I was like, yeah, that's true. The anti-Xerneasinator. Oh, but there's Goodra. You could possibly get a shiny Goodra from this way. This method. Jeez. Oh, that was Bulbasaur. I was like, who is that over there? Not a lot of luck over here, unfortunately. I'm hoping that I could maybe get one maybe by the end of the stream, if we're just counting on like the luck of like the previous encounters to come into effect. But also, let's be realistic here and there. Oh, nothing. Wait. Never mind. There's an alpha Bulbasaur, though. For competitive? Maybe. Maybe. I think I already got, like... Yeah, I think I got, like, the alpha for that, though. So we okay over here. I am not hearing any alphas, or sorry, shinies at all, bro. I think they hate me. They saw what I was doing, like, with the stairs. They were like, oh, hell, dude. I thought he was an honest-to-goodness player here. I was like, no, wait. I'm just exploiting things respectfully. This is kind of what I was expecting. The stair method was crazy, though. I guess to put it in perspective, like in addition to the shiny charm being into the mix, it's the fact that I'm like multiplying the number of like Pokemon I can possibly encounter within a radius, and increasing like the refreshing odds, which takes like a good amount of the time versus me like resetting for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or yeah, well I could have done that, but Shining Pearl in my case. Brother. I really don't like having the aggressive Pokemon showing up here, though. I'm just like, bro, could you just relax? Because with BDSP, it was always like reloading from the save point in which you go into the lake and having to go through all that conversation. And also the possibility of like encountering a shiny Starly beforehand. And that's no good. Alright, let me try this again. But for how many times, I wonder? Well, I only have like 9 minutes before I should really just call for stream. Give me enough time to like brush, shower, and then, you know, go to sleep. I need to really try to hit my target of like 8 hours of sleep. Really gotta try it, because if I don't, then it's gonna cause some problems later on. Or over time. It's also just a good habit just to pick up. Oh, you beat Mega Absol. Nice, okay. Yeah, no, in that case, I won't really say much about what's going to happen the immediate future for you. Unless I already said something. No, that's not a shiny Bulbasaur. Wouldn't that be nice? On the second try. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I like the Mega Evolution battles. It gave me the idea of like how we could tackle like multiplayer going forward with Pokemon in that type of format. I wish it were shiny. Yeah, because I think it would have been really cool if we can like work together as a team to take out like mega forms, and then you can catch those like well, not legendaries, but you can catch those Pokemon. I was thinking that it could be like the evolution of like the raid battles in Scarlet and Violet, as well as Sword and Shield. Nothing. Nothing over here either. I guess not. Man, I only got 7 minutes. Come on. Let's do this. Lock in. Game. Video game. I'm gonna ask you to like lock in. Give me these shinies to spawn. I do appreciate seeing the starters spawn in, though. At the very least. Speaking of Absol, I just saw one. Make the shiny Squirtle... yeah, Squirtle Squad. If I was lucky enough. Looks like this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought. Although, if you had a... what was it, the goalie kit? You could probably make this a lot easier by just like having this done overnight. How do I unlock new areas? You're gonna need to progress further in the story primarily. That's how I kind of understood it. It just kind of happened naturally as I progressed. So if you find yourself like grinding a lot in like the wild areas, wild zones, just completing that kind of stuff because that's your jam, they'll definitely encourage you to just continue to progress. Be crazy to shiny like Dragonite. We got 5 minutes. Thankfully, though, I am seeing all these starters, and it warms my heart just a little bit just to see them roaming, which lessens the pain of me not seeing a shiny appear whatsoever. It'd be really cool to get a shiny like alpha like just spawn in there. I'm also accounting for like potentially anything here. Just got the game today and got my first shiny. That's crazy. I wish I had that luck. Well, I mean, technically speaking, no, it's not really technically speaking. That Turtwig is definitely not day 1 got that shiny. That was month like 5, my like month 6. Some people are just built differently though, and they'll literally just run their games with like a whole shiny team, and I'm like, brother, good for you. It was a Ghastly? Nice. Even though the shiny for Gengar it kind of isn't that great, the fact that it's a shiny, pretty nice. Oh, here's Alakazam, by the way. There wasn't Alakazam. There it went. Oh yeah, talking a little bit about whatchamacallit. There's Alakazam again. But yeah, speaking of something earlier mentioned. Oh, the Mega Gengar shiny. Yeah, you're right. It turns into the white color. That's actually really sick. Good point. Man, they are being really difficult with me today. I mean, to be fair, I did do the stair method, so at least I'm not walking empty-handed here. Actually, which box am I at here? 30. Oh, it is this one. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll totally take that. I got my whole team besides Beldum. There's 2 Agrots. You know, I actually ran this game using only Pokemon that I'd never ever use. There's some in here, such as for Alligator and like Aurorus. I think the other ones were like Aegislash, Camerupt. I'm trying to remember what was the electric type. Oh, it was Electros I got. And then I don't remember. I think there was other ones there, but essentially that was kind of like the majority of things. It was not a bad team. I was mainly surprised with Camerupt actually. It doesn't have like the highest like base stats. It doesn't like in the fact that like it doesn't mid-max towards 1 and just keeps itself balanced with attack and special attack, which I thought would be to its detriment, but actually it was pretty good for just like endgame stuff. Albeit, it was high level. It was like higher level than most other Pokemon that I would fight against later on. As far as like the utility, I found it like really useful with the fire and ground coverage. I was gonna say, can't ignore that. Yeah, I dodged this time. My whole team will be able to go mega. I mean, it's kind of partially the dream. They definitely encourage it. To a certain extent, I guess. There's Totodile, there's Bulbasaur. There's that Aegislash. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. So TLDR, shoutouts to Camera Up. That Camera Up's going up the rankings in like my own personal like feelings and tier list of Pokemon. Could you make my earthquake? Oh, make my earthquake. Also, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, hold on. One last roll after this. Oh my god. Hold on. How much time have we got? Like an hour and a half? That's about the usual time. Okay, last one. In fact, I'll do the entire circle and just see what happened. No shinies over here. Brother, is this my fate? You could change your fate, would you? Don't look at me. No one look at me. No, there's that. Well, not that particular type egg. The different one. Powdon's over here. My god, dude. Kind of unlucky over here, to be honest with you. But that, well, as far as the here, I cannot deny like the luck that I got just by catching Pokemon over in Zone 3. Yeah. So in that short period of time, just got like, how many is this? 9? Crazy. The Vivillon or Vivian? That was impressive. I think out of like the immediate favorites I'm seeing here, I think I like Espers like the most. I feel like that's such a very like distinct color for it. I got the 5 new wild zones. Oh, good. Have at that, actually. But yeah, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. It's gonna be unfortunate. Oh, it actually is raining in the game. Funny. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this one. And yeah, guys, we will be back. Well, as far as TikTok side, let me just talk about as far as like that. But oh, hold on. Someone actually was saying something over here. Trading Shiny Alpha Aggron. That's crazy. That's nice. Although, I think I'm okay for now. I just want to get into the groove of like just doing some shiny hunting here. And we definitely have pulled that off. I'm just going to save just for the sake of it. 90 hours? Almost? Crazy. But yeah, as far as TikTok side and also the Red platform side, next stream will be on Sunday. We'll be streaming Honkai Star Rail, and essentially we're just trying to build up characters and progress the story a little bit more. And then the next time we do another Pokemon stream will be on the following Thursday, so stay tuned for that one. We'll see what the landscape is like as far as like what's going on with Scarlet and Violet, because they're hosting Hydreigon again this time around, but I was like, yeah, we got Hydreigon now, so let's shift gears over to Legends ZA. So it's been good so far, just kind of keeping it balanced here, but yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll go ahead and like call it off on those sides of the platforms, but y'all take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So take care.